Hello, everybody. It's me again. It's Russell Mills, June 19th, 2019. I want to say hello to everybody. Hope everybody's blessed today. Just was reading the newspaper. It says Donald Trump versus everyone. So this is the Boston Herald. Anybody can see it. So that's it. So Donald Trump versus everyone. Basically, he's going to be doing a re-election for next year because obviously next year's election for the 2020 presidency. So um, I'm gonna read something from the newspaper. It says, just so you guys can see. You guys can't see good. Candidate comparison. That's what it says. It says how President Trump stacks up against Democratic frontrunners. Joe Biden pluses moderate experience blue collar packing. And it says Biden's minus is too old, too touchy, two-time loser. Bernie Sanders' strength, popular with young voters, most progressively fire in the belly. Sanders' weakness, too socialist, too old, too cranky. Elizabeth Warren's best hand, she's a woman. Foreign media coverage, detailed progressive policy plans. Warren's soft spots, fake Indian, should have run in 2016. Weak on foreign policy. So I'm going to read a little bit from the newspaper. This is actually the Boston Herald. It says Trump is a real threat to the national security. Excuse me, guys. I'm not feeling well. Sorry. It says Donald Trump's boosters like to conjure up a secret deep state embedded in the bowels of the U.S. government, a supposed conspiracy of individuals who block, defy, or otherwise threaten our national security from within. Part of Trump's genius, of course, is accusing critics of the very things of which he is guilty, and so it is with his claim that it is others within the government who pose a threat to the country. It says, week after week, the Trump experience spawns evidence that the only deep state jeopardizing our national security is the person of the president himself, and the last week was no exception. This is, however, understated. It was on other points. Robert Mueller's report minced no words about the Russian government attack on the American Democrats in 2016, stating at its outset the Russian government interfered in the 2016 presidential election in sweeping and systematic fashion. Mueller's investigation established that the Russian government perceived it would benefit from a Trump presidency and worked to secure that outcome. For its part, the investigators found Trump's team expected it would benefit electoral from information stolen and released throughout the Russian efforts, and they identified numerous links between the Russian government and the Trump campaign. It says, in the short, the Russian government worked in a sweeping fashion to place Trump in office because it concluded that it was to Russia's advantage to have him there. It says the out to make every American who worries about our national security shudder. The rights cavalier shredded off of a hostile foreign powers effort to install a president or to its liking, whether attributed to the blindness on or hypocrisy or delusion, in one of the questions in which historians examined how it is that the American fell asleep during the Trump era will no doubt grapple. This is why one might imagine by now that the only people doubting that Russia wants Trump in the White House are the UFOs and Donald Trump himself. So it says the Russian government has concluded that when it comes to Russia, the Oval Office current occupation is patsy, slow on the uptake, or both. And Trump has indeed provided a steady stream of reason to wonder whether the Russians know something here. Trump has repeatedly rejected unanimous assessment of his own intelligence agency that Russia interfered with the 2016 election, and last week rejected the notion that there was anything wrong with accepting Russian assistance and winning re-election. It's not interference. They have information. I think, I take it, he told the ABC, George Stephanopoulos, says, reminded that his own FBI director, Christopher Wray, has stated that any candidate offered assistance by foreign governments should notify the FBI. Our president rejected that too. The FBI director is wrong, he snapped. Unable to disguise nonsense from the truth or uninterested in difference, he contrived the patient hooey that the Trump campaign had rebuffed Russian help. Mueller said very specifically that we rebuffed them, proclaimed the Prince of Hooey, knowing that Mueller had decidedly said nothing of the sort. The famous Trump Tower meeting of June 2016 between the self-subscribed Russian government and Trump's campaign manager and son-in-law to discuss the transfer of dirt on Hillary Clinton originated with promising Donald Trump Jr. obviously very high-level sensitive information as part of Russia and its government support for Mr. Trump. Here's Trump Jr.'s rebuff of the Russian government shortly before the meeting took place. It's what you say, I love it. We are well past wondering whether Trump is dishonest and have been for quite some time. What is on the table is whether at the time when hostile foreign power is bent on undermining America for its own gain, the President of the United States is in its tank or the same team as the rest of us. So honestly, I think Trump will win in 2020, not unless he, somehow loses or gets, whatever. But I want to ask everybody this. I'm not into really politics like that. I'm learning. Who do you think? Who would you like to see as the president? And my question is, Donald Trump. Why is he so dishonest? Why do these people in politics, like to lie and play games? I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like, they say they're for the people. No president is for the people. The president is for themselves. So, like I said, I feel like everybody in America, we need to just come together, make our own opportunities. Don't, you know what I'm saying? And try to build. And I'm saying this primarily to us as Black people. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop believing in something that's not real, which is the government, and start trying to learn, some skills, even myself included, so I don't sound hypocritical. So we all can build, so we all can have our own type of opportunities. You know what I mean? So like I said, that's how I feel when it comes to opportunities. We need to have those in our own communities more and more. But no, I just wanted to read that. I wanted to read that to you guys, but feel free to check out my YouTube channel where I have other topics. I'm going to talk about other stuff, but I wanted to read that. I want to show you guys that in the Boston Herald. But feel free to check out my first video called Why Black People Settle for Less. Type in my name, Russell Mills, RUSSELLMILLS, May 22nd, 2017. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, a comment, whatever. Do what you have to do. Everybody take care. Peace.